Oh. Okay, so this week we're talking about career plans and goals. This is kind of, wrapping up our area or our unit on careers. We go into a little bit of entrepreneurship next week, which is sort of, it is like a career, but it's a different type of career. So here we go. So set a goal that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. This isn't always easy. I'm not a morning person. I don't know if you guys are. But it takes a lot to make me want to jump out of bed in the morning. Even like Christmas Day, I'm like, okay, jump out of bed. So it's not like when I was a kid, I kind of just jumped out of bed, but not so much anymore. I'm kind of like hitting the snooze and not always getting up when I should. Okay. So this week we're going to talk about developing career plans and goals, and it's week 25. Our learning target for the week is I can compare and contrast the options in my career path. So we're going to look at some different options. And okay, so we're going to have a little bit of fun here. I'm going to post this link in the chat box in just a second, but it's called a reality checklist. So it's planning for what type of future you want. When I got into education, I didn't necessarily think about how much I was going to make. And if I were not married, things would be kind of tight money-wise, actually extremely tight money-wise on the salary that I make. And I didn't really think about that. My guidance counselor never sat down with me and said, here's a list of careers, here's about which money you're going to make, and this is this and this is that. No one ever actually sat down with me and thought about that. So we're going to have you guys think about that today a little bit. If what you're thinking about for a future career goes along with what you are used to and how you like to live. I was in the car, I think it was 2 days ago now with my kids, and we were driving, and my youngest son wants to work at Petco because he wants a discount on pets and pet food. He has a big goal of owning like 12 pets. So he thinks the ultimate job would be to work at Petco for the rest of his life. And I said, working at Petco might be a good job to start with, and now you move up in the company. I said, because he's like, does it pay a lot? I'm like, probably not working at Petco. I don't know anyone who works at Petco, but I can't imagine that you would make big money there. And now you'd move up to management or something along those lines. So my older son and him were talking about this, and they said, well, if we work at Petco, we can just live at home with mommy and daddy and essentially never move out because we can live there for free. So that was their sort of game plan and reality check. And they can get all the animals and get discounts on their pet food and live with us for the rest of their life, which probably isn't going to work. But realistically, that's literally what they might have to do if they live at Petco and spend all their, or work at Petco and spend all their money on pets. So, okay, so we're going to have a little bit of fun with this, but it was just funny they were in the back of the car and they were discussing this. And like I said, it was just really funny listening to them, planning out what they're going to do with their careers. So here we go. Okay, so let's give this a whirl, guys. This is a reality checklist to get an idea of the type of future. Okay, so we're all going to get into this and we're going to read through it together. I have to tell you which to click on too. So get into the link. And
I can't get into the link. It won't let me.
Well, you need to go to the quick view calculator down here. So if you can get in. Dylan.
I can't.
Emily, can you get in?
The code won't let me.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Dylan, are you able to get in?
It's not blue.
If you copy and paste the link, it should work, Sarah. If you copy and paste it into a new tab.
Okay.
Dylan, were you able to get in? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. So once you're in, you click the quick view calculator. Get started. Okay, we're going to pick Abilene because the prices are comparable to what they are in our area. So if you want to give that a try here. Okay, we'll let Sarah get caught up.
Sorry.
Is it working, Sarah?
It's on.
Hold on, Sarah. Give me a minute.
It's not blue, so how can I get into it?
It doesn't have to be blue.
The wrong thing. I just clicked on the wrong thing, Sarah.
Oh, it's going to textbook.
It's okay.
Texas. Real chat. So what do you want?
Click on the.
Go to the one in the bottom right corner.
Okay. Which one are we doing?
The bottom right corner and do Abilene. It's at the I think it's near the top. Do you see Abilene?
Yeah.
It's ABILENE.
Okay.
Okay, so give that a whirl and click on it. Okay, so let's go through this together, guys. So housing. If you're like my kids, you can live at home for free and never leave and spend all your money on Petco. You get a studio apartment, a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom, or a house. Okay, so what do you think you would want? So click that. I'm going to pick a house. Okay, but you pick whatever you think you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with a 1-bedroom, you're going to save some money. Okay, so what you think you're used to, what you're comfortable with. Okay, utilities. I definitely need internet. I need my phone.
Internet.
I like running water, and I'd like my house to be warm. Cable, I can actually do without. I've learned to live without it. And electricity, this is a little on the higher end, I think. This is probably running the air conditioning and a bunch of other stuff. But whatever you think you need, you click. Okay, food. Do you like to eat at home? Eat at home and grab some fast food, eat at home and dine out, or dine out at restaurants quite a bit. I think that would be quite a bit more money actually, but I'm gonna say eat at home and grab some fast food. Actually, I'm gonna say eat out. There we go, dine out. Okay, transportation. Human power, which would be very difficult where we live. Bigger cities would be a lot easier with walking. Public transportation, which is also more difficult where we live, for sure. Used auto, basic auto, average auto, or luxury auto. So whatever kind of car you think you want, you can click on. I'm going to go with a basic automobile. Actually, I'm going to average automobile.
No, look what I said for clothes.
Okay, clothing. I need some work clothes.
No, sir.
Health insurance. I'm going to click 0 for now just because I do get employer insurance. I have to pay for my husband a little bit, but that's a little bit different. So we're just going to go 0. I do want vision and dental.
Yes.
And personal care. I'm going to go with, I do have a gym membership, so I'm going to go with health and fitness. And that would also mean like hair products, things that what you would, deodorant, personal care items, okay? Toothpaste, things like that. Okay, now this is a little bit different. The home bundle is you pretty much just staying at home and maybe watching like Netflix, okay? The fun bundle is maybe going out to the movies, maybe once or twice during the month.
Yeah, there we
A little bit
go.
more. The amusement
Those are all me right there.
might be like mini golf or something. Add that to the month. And then the party bundle is maybe you going out and, living it up a little bit more. Maybe going to urban air a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to go with the fun bundle. Okay, miscellaneous. I do have a pet, and according to my kids, I might end up with like 12 of them. So I do have a pet. I do like to vacation once in a while. So we're going to click that. Student loans, bachelor's degree, and my husband has a professional degree. So we're going to, let me click on. We'll go with the professional degree. Family, if you think about the future, I already have 2 children, so they cost me a small fortune. So Sarah's mom knows. And savings, you are supposed to save part of your income. So we'll go with 5% and we're going to see what happens. Okay, let's see what type of numbers you guys get. You ready? Let's see what I got. Okay, $92,000 is what I need to live in Abilene. Now, if I were by myself, that would be horrible because I do not make $92,000 a year.
Because I had to click each one. I don't know.
Student loan.
I got 24,000.
Your student
Everyone
loan.
see that?
24,000.
No, that's all in one section.
24,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's very, very.
You can't do that.
Emily, did you follow along?
Yeah, I got 34,000.
34,000. Oh, that's great. Wow, you guys are good. See,
Whoa.
I didn't click any kids though either. See, kids killed me. That added like another 25,000 or 30,000 to my thing here. So that's a lot. So
Oh my God. Let's see how much I got. Hang on.
okay, what'd you get?
Salary.
Sarah?
Oh God. 57,210 salary.
Yeah, that's a lot too. Yeah. So
Ouch.
now, if you look, this number of 92,000. Did you guys look what happened to my income tax? What did they do? You guys see that? That's how much they took out in my income tax. So this is really
Oh my God.
home with, which is very shocking. They took about $20,000, which is what happens. The more you make, the more that they're going to take in your income tax.
Oh yeah, no.
Mrs. Staines knows all about them taking her money. So yeah, it's really crazy when you get your paycheck. If you ask your relatives like what you actually make to what you actually bring home, there is a big difference when you look at your check. It's almost sickening to see the difference. So the government took my 20,000, and I was just one person or one family. So obviously, you know, they're going to get quite a bit of money. Okay, now I need you to click Explore Occupations.
Oh, I closed out of it.
So, oh no, Sarah. These are occupations that are in your somewhat area of money. So I could be a scientist, a database administrator, a real estate broker, a physical therapist. So if I wanted this lifestyle, this is what I would have to kind of look at, think about becoming for the future. Okay, so Dylan, what kind of jobs were in your price range or your salary range?
Mine seem to be mainly like, well, I mean, I got like designers, workers, like really hands-on things.
Okay, Emily, what were kind of some jobs in your area? Did you click on it?
Yeah, I did. I got mostly the same as Dylan, but I have more like people working in like sales, I guess.
Okay. So, no, sales, you can make some money in sales for sure, depending on what it is. I also did another one of these, which I might send you guys a link just for fun, and it automatically assigns you a job, and I got pest controller. So that means I would be going in and like, you know, killing mice and bugs and things like that. And it said I made like 19,000. And it was interesting because I tried to get, what did I try to get? I tried to get a car with my 19,000. It's like, you don't have enough money. So it made me take public transportation. So it was very practical. So I might try to send you that link just because I thought it was so interesting. Like it literally said, you can't afford this. You can't afford this. So it really made you think, if I become a pest control person and maybe don't own my own company, but work for somebody, I might be making 20,000 a year and have to really think about, you know, can I afford this or can I afford that? With my salary, 90,000 or more, pharmacist, which is what Mrs. Paskogan's husband does, there's dentist, doctor, it's like a scientist, petroleum engineer. There's also engineers are really near the top. You can see down here, Boilermaker, machinist down here. So it's really interesting to see paralegal. So this was based out of Texas, but like I said, I tried to find a place that was similar to our area. Okay, so explore some of your, okay, we already did that. So see what the minimum salary was. Okay, so how are we going to get there? So Dylan, what are some ways we've talked about the last couple of weeks to get our perfect job? How do we get our job?
Well, I mean,
Newspapers.
explore our interests and you know what we're good at, and then we can like shadow another person's job, like get information about it.
Yes, that's perfect. So almost like an internship, go there. Sarah said, look at the newspaper, explore things that you're interested in so you're not wasting your time. Like I knew from the get-go, I was not going into the medical profession. I just absolutely could not deal with like the blood and the gory stuff. Like that just wasn't for me. Like somebody coming into the office with their chin cut open and blood everywhere, which Emily's dad is probably very aware of. And is perfectly okay with, somebody coming in and bleeding everywhere and putting stitches in and all that good stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, that's like my mom.
that was not me. So, and Sarah knows she loves animals from the get-go, just like my son who wants to work at Petco. So, yeah, so he knows he loves animals. I don't know if he likes medical things or not. Maybe he'll go into like vet tech or a vet thing, expand from Petco, but he knows his interests. Emily, any other ideas how we get to our perfect job? How do we get to our future career?
Well, I'm trying to find a job right now, and I'm planning on like starting to save now. That way I can have more money in the future, just saved up for places here and there. And I feel like going to CTC helps a lot because then you don't have any student debt.
Yes, I love that idea. Yes, you use the CTC, it's free. And they will give you, like, especially for cosmetology and things like that, they give you so many hours there. So you can start building your hours for free instead of, having to pay for it. So yeah, take advantage of things that are free to you for sure. Okay. So what to expect in the real world. So I printed a little sheet here. I thought this was interesting. So the more you learn, the more you earn. And on this sheet, it said, you earn more than an extra $250,000 if you're in your lifetime just by staying in school and graduating. So you will get $250,000 more than somebody who drops out of high school, which is a nice house. Okay, so you're going to make that, and you can easily double that if you get like an associate's degree, for sure. Question, I don't know. Yeah, the blood thing, like I said, you have to know your restrictions. And Mrs. Paskogan's been reading books about growth mindset because they give us professional development here. And after reading them, she's like, I think I can do anything I put my mind to. And I said, I don't know about me. I don't know, no matter how many times you put me in there with somebody who's bleeding profusely or lost a limb, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if that would be for me. Even with my growth mindset. Okay, so more education means less unemployment. So with a high school degree, they're saying unemployment might be around 10%. With a bachelor's degree, it's around 5%. So you're more likely to be able to find a job and keep a job the more educated you are. Career choice means a lot. So if you're looking for job security, choose a career in a growing industry. And a lot of the local schools, colleges, community colleges change their career options all the time because they keep up with the growing number of jobs and job changes. Where you live is important. Do you need as much money to live in California, let's say San Francisco, as you do to here, or New York City? Where are you gonna need more money?
New York.
Yeah, New York. So you have to think about that. If somebody offers you a job, Emily, in New York City for $40,000, you're like, oh, that's a good salary to start with. But $40,000 in New York City is not the $40,000 of Altoona. So you have to think about, where are you living? How much does something cost? My good friend used to live in New York City. She rented an apartment. She lived with somebody. It was about $2,500 a month. And you practically had to walk through her bathroom sideways. Because you couldn't fit if you just walked through it this way. You almost had to turn your body and walk through the bathroom. It was the tiniest bathroom ever. There wasn't even a place for my suitcase when I went to visit her. We had to like shove it up against the wall. Her bedroom only had a bed in it and a dresser, and you practically had to just jump from her bed like out the door. Like, it was crazy, and it was so expensive. So if they offered her $40,000 in New York City, she could not afford to live there. Even with a roommate, like, she needed way more money than that to pay all of her bills. And job benefits go just beyond just income. So, ask what the retirement is. Ask, like, do you give me health care? What are some of the days off I get? Do I get a vacation? So don't be afraid to ask, what do I get? Health care, disability, retirement, all that good stuff. Okay. This is kind of neat too. Let me show you guys this. So this is the more you learn, the more you earn. So if you go up to high school diploma, wait, sorry. The link is not active because I did not click it, sorry. Okay, so if you go up to high school diploma, you'll see that it goes up higher. So you get your bachelor's, it goes up higher. So this just shows you the more you're going to make. So typically, the more schooling you go to, the more money you are going to make. So just kind of think that in mind. I know in the short term, you're thinking, I just want to graduate, I just want to be done, maybe just get like another year after that, but you will be down at a lesser amount. So if you want to make, obviously, like I said, more money, the more schooling you're going to need to get, okay? Just something to think about. And my goal is to build a life I don't need a vacation from. So you're supposed to love the job that you get so that you don't, dread doing it every day or hate going. It makes for a very long life when you spend, 5 days a week doing something that you absolutely hate. That's why it's very important for you to pick something you're interested in, okay? And I can't stress this enough. I know we keep saying, think about what you want to do, but you guys are all getting to that age where you really should start to think and, sort of evaluate what you would want to do for the next 40 years of your life. Unless you win the lottery, then you might have some other options. So that's where we're leaving off. Connects U work, please make sure you're doing it. I do have more and more students starting to do it now, which I'm so thankful for. They're doing more of the live lesson even if they don't attend it, they're watching it now. So I can't stress enough that Connects U credit is so vital to some of you in order for you to pass the year, get all your credits, graduate. Okay, so make sure you get that to me by Tuesday at midnight. Okay, so questions, concerns, anything that you guys can think of? Gonna go research some more careers and find out ways to make more money than my pest control of 19,000 something that I got put with and couldn't afford a car. So that's what it is. Okay, so let you guys go. If you guys need anything, of course, send me hangouts, emails. If not, then I will talk to you next Tuesday during your check-in. Okay? Okay. Or Learning Lab. I don't know. Emily, are you coming tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll see Emily at Learning Lab tomorrow. And then, of course, Sarah Dillon, you're always welcome at Learning Lab as well, okay? Something to think about. Sarah's looking at me like, I don't know about that. But it's not really that bad, okay? So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Bye.